Right here I got the starter and the bench vise. I'm just starting to take it apart. You got 2 bolts here. They probably go all the way across. I've taken Briggs & Stratton started apart, but never this Kohler. We'll find that out soon. I got this one on the other side. There's 2. Switch that out for the screwdriver. Put the socket on the end. That one's out. I clean them up on the clean up the threads on them, the length of it, get the rust off with a wire wheel. And it should just pop right off. There we go. I clean that up with sandpaper. And clean the inside out with sandpaper. And I do have to monkey with the brushes now. Try and get them back in place. It's going to be a pain in the butt. It's different brushes than last time, but I'm sure I can get it. So I got the starter apart. Here's the coil and the armature and stuff like that. And here's the brushes and the back cap assembly. And here's the outside. So I'm going to clean out all this gunk in there. I sanded the magnets a little bit, and then I'm going to sand the metal here and put the brushes back in, oil this bearing here. I oiled this bearing in here. What you do is you spin this so it opens up. See, it opened up, and you push this plate forward, and then it gets to the inside of that bearing. You oil that in there, right here. Oil that. Now that spins freely. Shouldn't make any more noise. It should have more torque to start the engine, unless it's power robbing. So I gotta line these brushes back up. One of these, all these springs look like they're the same. We gotta put the brushes back in, and we should be good to go. I'll be able to put that together, no problem. When you tap on this back cap trying to get it off, put a rag around it or something, because I lost these springs. I lost like 2 of them. They flew away. Luckily I found them. Alright, now I'm on to another next step. I took off that crown lock nut. If we can focus on the threads here. Right here is the crown lock nut, and after that you have this washer. The flat part goes towards the nut, then you got like a little rib that goes towards the spring, and you got the spring, and you got this bushing. The flat part goes towards the gear, and then the recessed part goes towards the spring. The spring fits right in there, and then you got your washer with a little bridge on it that goes that way with your nut. Goes onto this shaft, and then your gear, of course. The screws on there, so it engages. And took that off. That's all oiled. So you got that. So now what I'm going to do is I got to take this out of the vise, flip it over, and hopefully put this on, and then put it all back together. Now holding this, I'm holding that cap from coming off. So put this in the vise like this. Set that down for a second, put this in the vise. And now we got something to work with. Clean that up with sandpaper a little bit more. And get a rag. Here's a nice rag, clean one. And wipe off the residue from sanding. And then put this on, holding the brushes in this little pockets of the springs, and put that on. Set that down, see if I can do this. Got one brush pushed in, now two. Gotta hold both of them while I get number 3 and 4. And keep one finger on my right hand free. And now we got brush number 3 pushed down, all held down with my right hand. And I got number 4 held down with my left. See if I can fit that on there. That was unsuccessful. Make sure we don't lose any of the springs. Now we got them all. Now I'm going to try putting the cap in the vise and putting the coil in after that. I don't know what it's called, but I'm calling it a coil. It's coil of copper wire. There you go. Let's see if I can push these down, or well, maybe I can just set them up on top of the springs where they belong. Sorry about the interruption. I don't have enough space on my phone to take these videos. Let's see if we can fit that on there like that, and then weasel those brushes into place with the screwdriver and my fingers. So they're not too far off from where they belong. I'll take that off. And here's the finished product. I pulled it apart one more time. I knew I would have to. What I did wrong is I had the end of the shaft going up this way, so then the bendix didn't engage when you spun it, because the motor spins this way when positive is hooked onto the stud and then the ground is hooked to the body of the starter. So then the motor would spin this way and force the bendix to go in towards the starter, which doesn't engage it into the flywheel. So you need to reverse the polarity and get it to go towards the starter flywheel. So that engages out like that and starts your engine. But if anybody wants a better detailed way to fix one of these, clean them out and get them to work again, please comment below, and I will tear this apart for a 4th time, without hesitation, for you guys. Learn from my mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more, where I'll be swapping an engine out of that 125 with what engine goes with this starter, the Kohler K 321 14 horse Kohler.